Hi, I'm going to show you how to register for the SAT. To get started, you're going to go to collegeboard.org so you can log into your College Board account. You're going to click on Sign In and enter in your login details. This will bring you to your dashboard and you will click on My SAT. And then you'll click on this yellow Register for the SAT. On this screen, you'll go ahead and scroll down and click on Get Started. And here's where you'll begin to enter in your information. So I've already entered in some of this, but here's where you'll enter in your own information. You'll enter in your legal name, your gender, your date of birth. Now, with respect to school information, this can be a little bit tricky, so I'm going to actually edit this to show you. So the first thing you're going to do is click on whether your school is in the United States or outside of the United States. And then you're going to search for your school. I'm going to go ahead and enter in a school that I know will come up. You'll want to enter in, they say it's optional, but go ahead and enter in the city and the state. You'll stand a better chance of it being called up. And I've searched for the school and the school is here. So I would go ahead and click select. However, sometimes when you search, it's not there. So for example, I'm going to click this and enter in another school. And in this instance, when I search for the school, it's not in the list. That's okay. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to click Can't Find Your High School. And there's an option for My High School is not listed, and I'm going to go ahead and click on that one and say Submit. You're going to want to enter in your graduation date. I've already done that, so I'm going to click Confirm. And you're going to want to enter in your grade. Now, this is going to be the grade you are currently in. However, for international students, that may vary from US students. So if you're an international student, you're going to want to check with either your counselor or your tutor, or you can call College Board directly and ask them what grade you should enter. I'm going to go ahead and click Confirm. I need to enter in my email address. I want to make sure I enter in that correctly. I'm going to enter in my address. And then here I can opt in or out to receive text messages from College Board. Many of these you may not want to receive. However, they will send you reminders about registration. So that is totally up to you. I'm going to go ahead and click Continue. Now here, there is an asterisk here, and what we'll start to see is there are a lot of fields that you are not required to enter. The asterisk fields you have to enter. Now, that being said, for many of these, you can simply put I do not wish to respond if that's the case. That is up to you as well. But you do have to enter in something for some of these. You do not need to enter anything for parent to or military relation, but you are required to enter in something for the first language you spoke and for the language you know best. Now here you have an opportunity to either opt in or opt out of the Student Search Service. Now this is College Board way of connecting you with colleges and scholarships. Many students opt out. That is once again completely up to you. I'm going to go ahead and say no, keep me opt out, and click Continue. Once again, this is completely up to you whether you want to tell them whether you plan on sending AP scores to colleges. You do need to enter in your GPA or say you wish to not respond. You do not need to enter in rank. I'm going to go ahead and click Continue. Now, the rest of this portion, dealing with coursework, is really just for their research and marketing purposes. So there's a lot of screens that you can skip over. For example, I can skip over coursework math. If you want to, you can enter it in, but you don't need to. I'm going to scroll to the bottom and click Continue. Same thing with coursework English. I'm going to go ahead and scroll to the bottom and click Continue. And you can see the pattern. I can do the same thing with coursework Science and coursework Social Studies. Continuing through coursework Languages, I can skip as well. I can also skip high school activities, arts and music, sports, college programs and activities. Now, if you want to fill that stuff in, you are more than welcome to, but you certainly don't have to. Same thing with level of education, college majors, college type, and religiously affiliated colleges, college setting, college size, college housing, financial aid, part-time job. All of those can be filled out, or you can just click Continue at the bottom of the page. Now here you're going to go ahead and get started in selecting your date and testing center. So I'm going to go to the bottom and click Get Started. Now here there are some terms and conditions. They do expect you to read these. As a matter of fact, you can't continue unless you've scrolled through them. And I do think it's a good idea to look at them. They will give you some information about what you can bring, what you cannot bring, that type of information. So it's a good idea to read through these. So I'm scrolling to the bottom. Now, there's also a link here that you can use to print these out or save them. I would suggest doing that. Then once you're done, you're going to click I have read and accept those terms. And it's not letting me. And then you're going to click Continue. Now here you're going to go ahead and pick where you'd like to take your test. Now, if you're in the United States, obviously you'll click the first circle here, if not outside the United States, and then you're going to click Next. And then you're going to pick your testing date. Now, the two available dates right now are in May and June. I'm going to go ahead and select the May date. And now I'm going to go ahead and say Next. And now I'm going to search for my testing center. Now, they give you search options here. You can select by zip code, but there may not be one in your zip code. That's obviously going to bring the ones closest to you. You can also choose a distance, or you can pick more search options if you want to select, for example, by city. I'm going to go ahead and select by city and zip and say find a test center. Now here there is one available. I'm going to go ahead and select it. Now, frequently there's more than one available, and in which case you'll pick the one that is the most convenient for you. I'm going to click Select and go ahead and click Continue. And here is the testing details, right? It has the date, the place you plan on taking it. It also has a fee. Now, this will vary for international students. It's usually a little bit higher, but you're going to confirm all this. You're also going to confirm that you are a human and click Continue. And now it's going to have you upload your photo. And I'm going to say Continue. And here's the place to upload your photo. Now, I have already uploaded my photo, but there are various requirements. And here are the place where you can click on to see the photo requirements. So they do give you various things to think about as you choose which picture you're going to be using. They also give you some examples of photos that would be acceptable and ones that will not be acceptable. So those are things to consider. I'm going to go ahead and go back. So once you've uploaded your photo, you're going to go ahead and say Review and Edit Photo. And then you're going to mark off the boxes. Is your face visible? Yes. Is my head and shoulders in full view? Yes. Is it lit properly and in focus? Yes. And then I'm going to go ahead and click Submit. Click Continue. Says you're going to check out, not quite, but we are going to click Next. Now here they're asking what device you will be using. Now before the exam, you will need to upload the Blue Book app to your device, and they give you some information about that here. But this allows you to tell which device you will be using. And so you can click whatever is appropriate. They also allow you to buy some study guides if you like, but if not, you're going to click on Continue. And then you're going to review your information and make sure it's all accurate. So I'm just going to scroll through and make sure everything looks good. I have an opportunity to change it if I see that anything's mistaken. I'm going to want to, once again, check my test details. I'm checking my fees, and then I'm going to click Confirm. Here I am confirming various things about the information I have entered. Once I read through that, I'm going to say I confirm this information is accurate and click Confirm. And that'll bring you to your payment screen, which I am not going to illustrate. But that's how you register for the SAT.